We're going to talk about the 5 pillars of success. This video is going to be about the mastery. A previous video we talked about the foundation, what it takes. So today we're going to talk about the mastery step and pillar. What's mastery mean? How I translate it is mastering your craft. What's it going to take? To master something, you basically have to be all in on it. Mastery has to do with putting the work in. Networking, education, reading, experience, put the time in and learn over time what it's going to take. It's all going to be towards your vision. You need to select what your plan is. Is it going to be a star athlete, a musician, an actor, influencer? Whatever your dreams are and your goals are, takes time. Bottom line is, it's an expertise. Eventually you become an industry expert or a professional of some sort. Not everybody gets through it. Not everybody gets through the mastery stage, the pillar. It's a really tough time. It's probably close to 7 to 10 years to not only master it, but to be respected, to be considered an expert. Takes time, takes resilience, perseverance, skills, decision making, and all that time, 10, 15 years, it's just like an athlete. You may never get the opportunity. You have to do it yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Now, can you get help? Sure. There's experts out there. I deal with people and I could basically tell them or suspect they're in a certain stage. Some of it has to do with age. Some of it has to do with family. Do you have a family? You can't have, in the mastery stage, you really can't have a life-work balance. I don't believe. And you can't have multiple gods. What do I mean by multiple gods? You know, money could be something that you want, some type of addiction. If you're not all in on what you plan on doing, and Steve Covey said it in one of his books about the 7 habits of successful people. His wording was, have the end in mind. That's your vision. That's your goal. Mastery, to me, is very, very difficult. And it's the long game. And many people don't get to the end. Many people quit. They might quit too early. It all depends on what you're looking for. And with today's marketplace, with white-collar recession that we're talking about, especially in the United States, some people didn't master their expertise. Why? Distractions. People get distracted. Could be anything. The most successful people that I know, there's a few things that they talk about. Discipline, patience, luck is another one. But my father told me one that I never suspected. It was that he was healthy. He was never sick. I've been lucky and healthy in 50 years of my career. And I still have passion. I still want to master my trade, which today is more or less teaching. I'm kind of like a coach, an athletic coach that I've had in the past. And it was from the old school of being coached. In other words, I got a kick in the ass. The expectations were very high in my career in athletics, that I never made it to what I really wanted to do, but I realized, I might have to move on. I'm going to be a master at hockey. I'm not going to be a master at baseball. I don't have the skill set. But what I did have envisioned was I could be a businessman. So that's what I try to teach now. When I was younger, my story is I got the opportunity to be a businessman. I always wanted to be. But then there were things that were hiccups, which was marriage. I didn't spend enough time at home. I was focused on a career. A career was to pay the bills and excel, be a leader, and make money at the same time. But I also had children. So I had to make changes. Forced to make changes. But at the same time, it helped my career. Because I had to think. I had to outmaneuver the challenges. The anxiety. Being a father in my early 30s, I should say being a father in my early 20s, but then being a single parent in my 30s. It was very difficult. But I was lucky. Why was I lucky? I was lucky and healthy that I had the flexibility of a salesperson. I could travel, make my own hours. I wasn't in charge of 350 employees. That came later in life. But being a single parent, I had to make changes. I had to sacrifice. I had to refocus my priorities, my responsibilities, to be accountable. I had a 15, 20-year career in one spot. And then I was asked to leave after I built something that I felt like I built. What if God says, hey, you're no longer going to do this, you're not healthy, you're getting a car accident, or something happens, a tragedy of some sort, or you have to shift your priorities. And that's where the mastery comes in, is having faith and trust. I surrounded myself with a lot of talent. I was open to change. And that's what you're going to have to do to master your craft. If you're a professional, like a professional athlete, it's a business. You can be traded anytime. Happens in business too. So, as I mentioned before, there's 5 pillars in my world of success. And success can mean many different things to many other people. But I look at the foundation as number 1 pillar. Number 2 is mastery, which we're talking about today. 3 is a transformation. We'll talk about that in the next video. After transformation, you achieve independence. Independence is a big deal. The last act and the goal is the wisdom to pass it on, which is your legacy. This is about you. This is what you have to think about. And it's the long game, man. Just because you had a great foundation and you moved into mastery, it's not over. It's probably the hardest part about developing a life and career of what you call success and what I call success. I hope this has been helpful. Learn more. You got to think it through. You have to choose your career. You have to choose and decide what's your priority, what's meaningful for you, your journey. They say you only have one life. You got to live it. I don't want any regrets. Do I have doubts? Many times. But once you start focusing on integrity and doing the right thing, it's pretty easy. And prayer helps a lot because no one else is going to do it for you. No one's going to create your life. At the end of the day, it's about you. This is pillar 2. I hope you like it. If there's any questions, hey, you can always reach me. YouTube's the best way. Questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, just contact me. My website, rocklamanna.com. ROCKLAMANNA.com. I'm here to help you. But you got to do the homework. So anyway, that's my lesson for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like my style. I'm straight up. I tell it like it is. My mantra basically is always bring joy. So I want to pass that on to you. Always bring joy. Why bring headaches to others? You need to enjoy your life. So don't forget, live it. I'll talk to you soon.